wako Bwana, uwe nami. Uwepo wako Bwana, uwe nami. Help me say and say. Uwepo wako Bwana, uwepo wako Bwana. Hip hip hooray. See, let us break camp. Let us break camp and go to the deserts and worship. Break camp, break camp. Let us go to the promised land. Noises of jubilation, voices of victory. You see, his presence came down to deliver his people. Judah became his sanctuary. Israel became his dominion. You see, the Great Sea saw him and fled. Jordan was driven back. The mountains skipped like rams and the hills like lambs. Wait, but why? Why is it that, O sea, you fled? Why is it that, Jordan, you are driven back? Why is it, O mountains, why did you skip like rams and why did you hills skip like lambs? Oh, you say because you saw his presence. So when he showed up in his glory, stones melted, mountains shook, rocks vomited, springs, desert places became fruitful. You see, even in that hard economy, quails and manna fell. What manner of present is this? I think I want this present. Wait, let me get it clearly. I'm still asking, why is it demons that you bowed? Why is it, or death, that you trembled? Why is it poverty and sickness that you took flight? Oh, don't answer, I know, because you saw the presence of him that is rules over all. You see, when he showed up, chains broke, the blind seen. You see, when he showed up, chains broke, the blind eyes opened, the lame bones straightened, sin lost its grip. Sin lost its grip. The enemy cried in agony. The armies rose, armies of true worshippers of his presence. I'm talking about the presence of Hosanna. What manner of presence is this? I want this presence. You see, agree with me that God, Yahweh, shows up for the sake of his worshippers. For example, the Levitical music ministers brought down a cloud of his presence. Even his priests did not lift up their hands to perform their duties. And so, you see, this presence I'm talking about, you see, the battle line was drawn. Joshua arranged his men. Surprisingly, the strong, energetic, experienced men, even with their javelin and shield, guns, AK-47, he placed them at the rear line. But wait, like these Joshua voices, you see, the music ministers in this office, T.O., ask Tom Okusi, you see, with their drums and their trumpets, he placed the music ministers on the front line. I don't understand. This is a mystery. Come on. The race is not for the swift and the battle not for the strong. The battle is for the Lord. You see, his presence brought down demons. His presence brought down heroes. His presence brought down armies. I think I'm talking about this presence. What manner of presence is this? I want this presence. Talking about battle, you see, worship is worship. So when we worship, we wage war. So you see, worshippers are those who are in this ship of war, sailing over other gods and idols to the other shore of his presence. And if you think this is a show off, then you are not sailing with us in this ship. You see, in this ship, only the ship can sail, because the ship knows the voice of the shepherd and obey it. In this ship, there are no gods. The haters, the liars, the hypocrites, the the murderers, the thieves. These gods will drown in these sheep, so tell them to change. You see, this is the sheep of his presence. This worship is a sheep of his presence. The soldiers in this sheep are those with a broken spirit and a contrite heart. So, what I'm saying that, you see, these soldiers, broken spirit, contrite heart, and yet they are more than conquerors, trampling over snakes and scorpions. I'm saying that in this sheep, the victory is not by might, not by power, but by... What manner of presence is this? I think I want this presence. Hey, church, stop gazing at me as if this was just a story. I think this night is the night of this presence I'm talking about. The kind of the presence that breaks chains. The kind of presence that silences every demonic noises. The kind of presence that commands and tells death to shut up. The kind of presence that kicks diseases like chicks. The kind of presence that brings signs and wonders. So as we lift our holy hands tonight to worship, even the gates of cannot prevail. Oh, Mr. Keyboardist, Mr. Mfungi, Mr. Who, Mr. Music Man, just before you give me F sharp, just before you give me G flat, please give me C major, because C stands for Christ. Yes, or rather just play it in the key of P, the key of his presence. Wait, what did you say about the voices? I can't remember so well the difference between the soprano, tenor, bass, but don't mind, because his praises is my melody and his presence is my harmony. So church, I think this is the presence that we want. God bless you.